Imagine there's a natural remedy you can use anytime, without a prescription, completely free. It's a remedy that can help with headaches, insomnia, and even reduce the risk of cancer. Sounds incredible, doesn't it? And yet, this remedy is available to all of us. It's something human beings have been doing since the beginning of time. And while the medical community has avoided talking about this for decades, new research reveals astonishing facts. Today, I'll reveal 10 diseases you can cure or significantly improve through the simple, natural act of making love. What I'll reveal at number 6 will surely surprise you and make you think about intimacy in a completely new way. Stay until the end to learn how this natural remedy can transform your health, your mind, and even your skin. Welcome to today's video where we discuss a topic that is both intriguing and vitally important for our health. Get ready to discover how something many of us consider just a pleasant activity can actually be the key to solving numerous health problems. 1. Heart. Let's begin with the organ that is central to our existence, the heart. Many of us know that regular physical activity strengthens the heart, but did you know that intimate relationships fall into this category? Research published in the American Journal of Cardiology showed fascinating results. People who make love at least twice a week have 45% lower risk of developing heart disease compared to those who do it rarely or not at all. Impressive, isn't it? During intimate relations, heart rate increases, and the cardiovascular system gets a sort of training. An average session of lovemaking can burn between 60 and 85 calories, which is roughly equivalent to a 15-minute walk at a moderate pace. Dr. Mehmet Ounce, a renowned cardiologist, once stated that regular intimate activity is one of the best ways to maintain heart health. According to him, hormones released during lovemaking have a protective effect on the cardiovascular system. Moreover, sexual activity reduces stress levels, which indirectly contributes to heart health. Stress is one of the main risk factors for heart disease, and regular lovemaking significantly reduces it. 2. Headache. Next on our list is a problem many of us regularly face: headaches. Traditionally, when we have a headache, we often reject intimacy. However, science says we should do exactly the opposite. A study conducted at the University of Münster in Germany found that 60% of people suffering from migraines experience relief after making love. This relief comes thanks to the release of natural chemicals in our body. During the culmination of intimate relations, the body releases endorphins, natural painkillers that are more powerful than morphine. Oxytocin, known as the love hormone, is also released, which helps alleviate pain and creates a sense of well-being. Dr. Amanda Ellison, a neurologist from Durham University, explains that intimacy stimulates certain receptors in the brain that block pain pathways, acting like natural ibuprofen or paracetamol. Interestingly, this effect is not just immediate. Regular sexual activity can reduce the frequency of headaches long-term. So, the next time you feel the onset of a headache, consider intimacy as a natural remedy. 3. Antidepressant. In a world where mental health is an increasing concern, and the use of pharmaceutical antidepressants is on the rise, finding natural ways to improve mood becomes increasingly important. And here making love can play a key role. According to research published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, people who regularly make love report significantly lower levels of depression and anxiety. This is not surprising when we consider the chemical processes that occur in our bodies during intimacy. During sexual intercourse, a cocktail of happiness hormones is released: serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. These neurotransmitters create feelings of euphoria, connection, and relaxation. Dopamine, in particular, plays a key role in our brain's reward system, improving mood and motivation. Dr. Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist from Rutgers University, discovered through her research that regular intimate activity increases estrogen levels in women and testosterone in men, which further improves mood and energy. But it's not just biochemistry. Intimacy also enhances self-confidence and positive self-image. The feeling of being desired and being able to provide pleasure to a partner can significantly improve our mental health. It's particularly important to emphasize that the antidepressant effects of intimacy occur not only during the act itself but remain present for days afterward. A study conducted at the University of Toronto showed that couples who make love 2 to 3 times a week show significantly better results on mental health tests compared to the control group. 4. Insomnia. If you struggle with insomnia, the solution might be simpler than you think. Instead of reaching for sleeping pills, consider a more natural approach. According to research conducted at the Mayo Clinic, 71% of participants reported better sleep after intimate relations. This happens for several reasons. First, as I've already mentioned, oxytocin is released during lovemaking, which creates feelings of relaxation and peace. At the same time, cortisol levels decrease, a stress hormone that can interfere with quality sleep. Second, after the culmination of intimate relations, the body releases prolactin, a hormone that causes drowsiness and contributes to feelings of satisfaction and relaxation. This natural hormone cocktail creates ideal conditions for deep, quality sleep. Dr. Michelle Lastella from Central Queensland University conducted research on more than 180 participants and found that 64% of them sleep better after a satisfying sexual experience. Interestingly, these effects were more pronounced in women than in men. It's important to note that it's not just the physical aspect of intimacy that helps with insomnia. The closeness, touch, and emotional connection that comes with making love also play a key role in relaxing our mind and body, preparing us for quality sleep. 5. Urinary incontinence. Now we come to a health issue that is much less talked about, but affects millions of people worldwide: urinary incontinence. This condition, which involves involuntary leakage of urine, can be extremely uncomfortable and limiting for everyday life. Research shows that regular sexual activity can significantly help combat this condition, especially in women. During lovemaking, pelvic muscles naturally contract and relax, acting as a natural version of Kegel exercises. Dr. Rachel Rubin, a urologist and sexual medicine expert from Georgetown University, explains that orgasms in women involve rhythmic contractions of the pelvic floor muscles, which strengthens precisely those muscles that control the bladder. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that women who are sexually active at least once a week have stronger pelvic floor muscles and report fewer problems with urinary incontinence compared to those who are not sexually active. Interestingly, types of intimate activities that involve greater activation of pelvic muscles can be particularly beneficial. This includes positions that require greater muscular control and engagement. It's important to note that while intimacy can help, it should not replace medical treatment in serious cases of incontinence. However, as complementary therapy, it can provide significant benefits without any side effects. 6. Flu. And now, the promised surprise at number 6, making love can help fight the flu and other infections. Yes, you heard right. What many consider just a pleasant activity is actually a powerful ally of our immune system. Research conducted at Wilkes University in Pennsylvania showed that people who make love once to twice a week have 30% more immunoglobulin A, IgA, in their system compared to those who are less active. IgA is an antibody that plays a key role in our immune system, especially in fighting common respiratory infections. Dr. Karl Charnetsky, a psychologist who led this research, explains that intimacy stimulates the production of protective antibodies that guard us against pathogens. Specifically, sexual activity increases the number of leukocytes, white blood cells that fight disease. But that's not all. Regular intimate activity also helps balance hormones, including cortisol. When cortisol levels are balanced, our immune system functions optimally. On the other hand, chronically elevated cortisol can suppress the immune response, making us more susceptible to infections. One fascinating study conducted in Germany showed that even just looking at a partner can activate an immune response. Scientists discovered that romantic love stimulates the production of interferon, a protein that fights viruses. So, the next time you feel the first symptoms of the flu, consider this natural remedy. Of course, this doesn't mean you should discard other aspects of health care, but it can certainly be a pleasant addition to your health routine. 7. Muscle overload. For all of you who regularly engage in sports or physically demanding activities, this will be particularly interesting. Muscle pain after intensive training can be extremely uncomfortable, and conventional treatments often include painkillers or lengthy massages. However, research shows that making love can be a surprisingly effective way to alleviate muscle tension and pain. During intimate relations, the body releases endorphins, natural painkillers that can significantly reduce the perception of pain. Dr. Barry Komisarek, a neuropsychologist from Rutgers University, discovered through his research that orgasm can increase the pain threshold by up to 100%. This means that pain that would otherwise be unbearable becomes bearable, or even unnoticeable. Additionally, during lovemaking, there is increased blood flow throughout the entire body, which helps transport oxygen and nutrients to damaged muscle fibers, accelerating the recovery process. Also, we must not forget the relaxation effect that comes after intimacy. Muscle tension is often associated with stress, and making love is one of the most effective natural ways to reduce stress. After sexual intercourse, the entire body enters a state of deep relaxation, which further contributes to alleviating muscle pain. Interestingly, a study published in the Pain Management Nursing Journal suggests that sexual activity can be particularly beneficial for people suffering from chronic pain. Researchers found that regular intimacy reduces the frequency and intensity of painful episodes in patients with various chronic conditions. 8. Radiant skin. Who doesn't want radiant, youthful skin? The cosmetic industry is worth billions, and people worldwide spend enormous sums on creams, serums, and treatments that promise more beautiful skin. But what if I tell you that one of the most effective treatments for skin costs nothing and is completely natural? Dermatological research shows that regular sexual activity can have outstanding effects on skin health and appearance. During intimacy, there is increased blood flow throughout the entire body, including the skin, resulting in a natural glow. Dr. David Weeks, a neuropsychologist who conducted a 10-year study on the connection between sexuality and youthful appearance, discovered that regularly sexually active people look 5 to 7 years younger than their peers. This is partly attributed to increased production of estrogen and testosterone during intimacy. Estrogen, in particular, plays a key role in maintaining skin elasticity and preventing wrinkles. It stimulates the production of collagen, a protein that gives skin firmness and elasticity. On the other hand, testosterone helps regulate the production of sebum, a natural oil that keeps skin hydrated. Additionally, during lovemaking, there is significant release of toxins through sweating. This acts as a natural cleansing of the skin from within, helping eliminate impurities that can cause acne and other skin problems. Dr. Elizabeth Sheff, a social scientist who studies intimate relationships, points out that the hormone oxytocin, which is released during intimacy, reduces the production of cortisol, the stress hormone that can cause inflammatory processes in the skin and worsen conditions such as eczema and psoriasis. Interestingly, studies also show that the positive effects of intimacy on skin are not just physical in nature. The emotional satisfaction and stress reduction that comes with a healthy sex life also reflects on our largest organ, the skin. 9. Prostate. Men, this is especially important for you. Prostate cancer is one of the most common forms of cancer in men, and prevention is key. Fortunately, science brings us good news. Regular sexual activity can play a significant role in reducing the risk of this disease. Revolutionary research published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, which followed nearly 30,000 men over 80 years, came to a fascinating discovery. Men who experienced ejaculation 21 or more times a month had 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times a month. Dr. Ian Kerner, a sex therapist and author, explains that regular ejaculation helps clear prostatic ducts of potentially harmful substances that can accumulate over time. This reduces the risk of prostate inflammation and infections, which can contribute to cancer development. Additionally, sexual activity helps regulate hormones in men. High testosterone levels, maintained through regular sexual activity, are associated with better prostate health and reduced risk of developing benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a non-malignant enlargement of the prostate that often affects older men. Interestingly, studies suggest that it doesn't matter whether ejaculation is achieved through partner intimacy or self-gratification, the health benefits for the prostate are similar. This is particularly important information for men who currently don't have a sexual partner. Dr. Michael Reitano, a urologist and sexual medicine expert, points out that besides frequency, the quality of sexual experience plays a role. Intimacy without stress and pressure, which brings satisfaction, has additional positive effects on hormonal balance and, consequently, on prostate health. 10. Breast cancer. And last but not least, we come to one of the most common forms of cancer in women, breast cancer. It's impressive how much scientific evidence suggests that regular sexual activity can significantly reduce the risk of developing this disease. Research published in the journal Breast Cancer Research linked regular sexual activity with lower levels of estrogen, a hormone that can stimulate the growth of some types of breast tumors. During intimate relations, the body produces more oxytocin, which helps regulate estrogen. Dr. Luann Brizendine, a neuropsychiatrist and author of the book The Female Brain, explains that breast stimulation during intimacy activates neural pathways that can have a protective effect against abnormal cell growth. This stimulation promotes natural detoxification of breast tissue. Additionally, pregnancy and breastfeeding, which can be results of sexual activity, are associated with lower risk of breast cancer. Women who have given birth before the age of 30 and breastfed their children have significantly lower risk of developing this disease later in life. But even without pregnancy, sexual activity itself has a protective effect. During orgasm, hormonal changes occur that can improve immune system function, enabling it to more effectively recognize and destroy abnormal cells. Dr. Sarah Brewer, a registered doctor and nutritionist, emphasizes that regular intimate activity also helps maintain a healthy body weight, which is another factor that reduces the risk of breast cancer. Excess body weight increases estrogen levels in the body, which can increase the risk of hormone-sensitive cancers. Additional research and deeper understanding of the topic. After going through 10 specific health benefits of making love, I want to share with you some additional research and broader context that will help you better understand how intimacy affects our overall health. Evolutionary perspective. From an evolutionary standpoint, our bodies are designed to reward reproductive behavior. Dr. David Buss, an evolutionary psychologist from the University of Texas, through his research has shown that the hormonal rewards we get through sexual activity are not accidental, they have evolved as a mechanism to encourage behaviors that contribute to the continuation of the species. This explains why intimacy has such comprehensive positive effects on our health, from the cardiovascular system to immunity. Our bodies are programmed to enjoy this activity and reward us for it through numerous health benefits. Psychoneuroendocrinoimmunology. This complex name denotes a scientific discipline that studies the connection between psychological processes, the nervous and endocrine systems, and immunity. Research in this field shows a fascinating link between intimacy and health. Dr. Candice Pert, a neurobiologist who is a pioneer in this field, discovered that emotions we experience during intimacy directly affect our biochemical profile. Positive emotions stimulate the production of molecules that strengthen the immune system and contribute to overall health. Long-term relationships and health benefits. Interestingly, research shows different health benefits in people in long-term, monogamous relationships compared to those who have occasional partners. A study conducted at the University of Pittsburgh found that couples in stable, satisfying relationships have better immune response and lower levels of inflammatory markers in the blood. This is attributed to the continuous sense of security and predictability, which reduces chronic stress. Dr. John Gottman, who has been studying couples and their interactions for 40 years, discovered that intimate closeness in long-term relationships not only improves mental health but also extends lifespan. His studies show that quality relationships can add up to 5 years of life. Frequency and quality. A question often asked is, how often is it enough when we talk about sexual activity for health benefits? Research suggests that it's not just quantity, but also quality that matters. Dr. Blair Howarth, a sex therapist, emphasizes that satisfaction is the key factor. Intimate relations that bring satisfaction and connection have significantly greater health benefits than those experienced as an obligation or routine. However, when we talk about specific health benefits, studies suggest that intimacy 1 to 3 times a week brings optimal results for most health aspects we've mentioned, such as cardiovascular health and immunity. Intimacy in mature years. Many people mistakenly believe that sexual activity naturally declines or stops with age. However, research shows that intimacy can and should remain an important part of life in all age groups. Dr. Pepper Schwartz, a sociologist and sexuality expert, through her research discovered that sexually active older adults report better general health, greater life satisfaction, and lower rates of depression compared to their inactive peers. A study conducted on more than 1,100 older adults in Sweden showed that those who maintain an active sex life have better cognitive functions and slower cognitive decline. This suggests that intimacy may play a role in preventing dementia and other neurodegenerative conditions. Cultural aspects of sexuality and health. It's important to note that attitudes towards sexuality differ significantly among cultures, which can affect the health benefits people experience. Dr. Stella Resnick, a psychotherapist and sexuality expert, points out that cultures with a more relaxed, less taboo attitude towards sexuality often report better sexual health and satisfaction, which spills over into general health status. Research shows that education about sexuality and open communication about intimate topics can significantly contribute to the health benefits we get through sexual activity. Technology and changes in intimate patterns. In today's digital age, technology is changing the way we experience intimacy. Dr. Justin Learmiller, a social psychologist and sexuality researcher, points out that changes in how we meet and communicate can affect the quality of our intimate relationships. His research suggests that excessive use of technology can reduce the amount of time couples spend in intimacy, potentially reducing the health benefits we've talked about. On the other hand, technology can also enrich intimate relationships through apps for couples, online resources for sexual education, and tools for improving communication, which can indirectly contribute to health benefits. As we've seen throughout this video, making love is not just a pleasant activity, it's a complex physiological process that can significantly contribute to our physical and mental health. From strengthening the heart and immune system to improving mental health and preventing certain types of cancer, science provides us with more and more evidence of the health benefits of intimacy. It's important to note that intimacy should not be a source of stress or pressure. Quality is often more important than quantity, and open communication with your partner is key to a satisfying experience that will bring the mentioned health benefits. Also, although we've talked about health benefits, we must not forget that intimacy is primarily an expression of connection, love, and satisfaction. The health benefits are just a bonus. I hope this video has given you a new understanding of how intimacy can contribute to your health and well-being. If you've learned something new, please share this video with others who might find this information useful. And now, your task: write in the comments the phrase health through intimacy and add which of these 10 health benefits surprised you the most. Your comments help me better understand what interests you and create content that is useful to you. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, stay healthy and connected.